There's a female version of me and the coincidences keep getting weirder.
My mom had my dad legally change his last name before they married because she didn't want to be a Smith. She was like, no, I'm not gonna be Linda Smith. You're gonna change it and then we'll marry. Thank you. And then my dad was just like, fair enough.
So I also go by my dad's maiden name. Yeah, I know it's not really called that, but it makes my dad laugh, so I'm gonna keep saying it that way. But yeah, he took his mom's last name because his parents got divorced, and the same thing happened. So I shouldn't be a Kelly, I should be something else. No, you don't get to know. We both go by what should be dead last names. We both love flavor blasted goldfish. We both have a lot of sleep disorders. I mean, I swear, if you got sassy comebacks to people questioning your sexuality, we're the same person.
Mom had my dad legally change his last name before they married because she didn't want to be a Smith.
My dad changed his last name at 18 years old to take his mom's maiden name because his parents got divorced. Do you know how frustrating that is to have been this close to not being R. Kelly? It would have saved me so much stress and not having the world's worst auto-assigned school email.
Ryan? Oh! I think we're gonna have to work together to purify you.
Oh, sweet Jonathan, you thought you had a chance. You may have a Hulk.
Which is Kevin, by the way. Dear God, that man's got some arms.
We have an army.
Yes, the army might be dressed like a quilt.
But I have a feeling we've already started to infect you. May the purity continue.
He said that Beer Bong John talked about being sad, and he's a big tough guy, so it's okay.
That's pretty soft of you, John. Some would say pretty pure. Poor Ryan.
Oh no, it's a...
I'm not kidding. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's me and female me? Who fought?
You're dead. Jessica, I know you can't hear me, but in a perfect world you would. Just feel the essence of we need to kill white. I'm mischievous, I'm mischievous. That wasn't white. That wasn't white. Just run, trust me. Me and Jess take the dub! We are the same person! I can't believe that worked out.
You guys, Ryan's climbing back in. Get him. Oh my God.
Hey,
he's gonna pick up the
Tanner,
shovel.
do me a favor.
Why can't I?
Shut up.
Guys, he's trying to get the shovel. Go after him.
No, I'm not. Oh. How about that double?
He threw your dead body out.
Oh, do it! AI player 2 just in the lead.
No.
I'm gonna say it, and I don't really care. Call of Duty Cold War is a flop.
Chunky, I love you to death, but no cap, this is the worst Call of Duty ever made. Let me explain. First off, we already had Call of Duty World War II. It was called Call of Duty World at War. It was so much better than this in every way possible. It gave us the first zombies. The story was epic. And they were like, what if we made that again, but way worse? Hey, let's make a multiplayer setting where the customization is just non-existent. Why can I only put a suppressor on submachine guns in a certain class? Why is there like a Destiny 2 hangout spot on the beaches in World War II? Because that's what we wanted, was a break from the intensity to crack a beer with the boys in Normandy. And the real kicker is the story is atrocious. The whole story is about a guy from Texas who couldn't reconcile being unable to save his brother from wolves. To clarify, his best friend is a Jew who is captured by the bad guys. Hear me out, this game becomes amazing if you just start the game out with the Sobibor prison camp escape, where the Jews just started killing all their captors. It's just the opposite of No Russian. It would have been amazing. But instead we got awkward guy with wolves. So it's November 11th, which means it's Veterans Day. But why is November 11th Veterans Day? Excellent question. It actually comes from the end of World War I, which a lot of people don't seem to know about. Even when I took a military history class in college, the professor just skipped over how the war ended. He was just like, yeah, it kind of happens. He wasn't a good professor. The last soldier to be killed during World War I on the American side was a man named Henry Gunther, who was actually of German heritage and didn't want to be fighting. He'd actually been demoted from sergeant to private because he wrote a letter home criticizing the war, and under the Espionage Act, they deemed that it was subversive. The war ended on November 11th, 1918 at 11 a.m. when the armistice was signed. Henry Gunther was killed at 10:59 a.m., meaning that he missed it by a minute. So this day is celebrated all around the world. Sometimes it's called Remembrance Day. For us, it's called Veterans Day in the US. And regardless, we remember those that have fallen, from those that died at the very beginning of the war to the very last moment. And on a positive note, we are living in something right now called the Long Peace, which is the 75-year period since the end of World War II, where none of the major powers have fought each other, which has kept casualty rates down dramatically, meaning that there's hope. Sometimes political correctness tries to do the right thing and then goes full Pokemon and just hurts itself in confusion. So I was watching this documentary on YouTube, and YouTube's captions will bleep out things that it considers offensive, like swear words or possible slurs. Now in the sentence it says Mother Talzin would give birth to a blank boy, and the word was red-skinned, which I get could be super offensive, but this was a documentary about Darth Maul. He was the red-skinned boy. And like, I don't mean to make it too obvious, but like, he's the Dathomirian Zabrak. Like, this is his natural skin tone. Good news though, I guess, this isn't racist, this is a species, so I guess that's better. Ah, don't worry about it. Besides, I'm not really a straight. Because I'm only 70% water, and being a straight would require me to be 100% water. People always ask me, Ryan, why did you get a P.O. box? Well, it's because my audience knows me. Thanks, Trent and Savannah. This onesie's gonna hit you right in the internet. Narwhals, narwhals, swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, cause they are so awesome. Huh. Well, that's the oddest response I've ever gotten to a video of me dressed in a narwhal onesie. And no, you don't get to see my horn. My DMs are pretty unique, and they also escalate swiftly. Ryan, do be so kind and let me rip off your delicious kneecaps. I will give an explanation while we have a nice cup of warm tea. You know what? At least that one ended nice. The second one, though. Ryan, I will track you down, knock you out, pluck out your limbs, make a necklace, then sell your kidneys on eBay for $53,000. And my only question to that is, where are you selling my kidneys? Because I've got two, but I only need one. That's just a video of a whole bunch of dudes watching Shrek, and the official, verified Jerry Springer TV show account commented, "Shrek is love." Who's in charge of that account? Please be actual Jerry Springer. Have you heard about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Has anyone else for the last 3 days just felt like you've been hit by a bus? Like in the last 3 days, every time I've walked into my room, I've collapsed next to this heater, and I've slept probably in the last 3 days, 8 hours just on the floor next to this. So if anybody knows what this new sleep disorder is, which just seems to be see a fire, make camp, let me know. So I have a lot of sleep disorders, and last night I got a good night's sleep, so I told my parents, and they genuinely congratulated me for sleeping. That's when I realized I had set the bar dangerously low. Would flight attendants stop hitting on my dad in front of me? It's getting weird. I already have a mom. I'm not looking for another one. Stop it. It's happened on the last 3 flights that I've been on. My dad always goes on first because he remembers to check in like an adult. And then I come in later, and all of a sudden the flight attendant is always just sitting like and doing the lean thing and a little close and talking about like, oh my gosh, like, so you're planning vacations. Where are you going? What are your thoughts? And the best part about my dad is he just is totally oblivious to what's happening, and it is amazing to watch because he's just talking about my mom and me and just like, yeah, I'm actually going to watch my son perform stand-up. He's so oblivious to it, it makes me understand where I get it from. I mean, genuinely, it's so bad. If a girl came up to me and kissed me on the mouth, I would probably think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I look like the guy she actually likes. But here's the thing, you're getting more aggressive with the flirtation, and I gotta be honest, it's very weird to come in and CB your dad. The clean version of CB is Richard removed, by the way. I think they know it's pretty obvious because I sit down and I start talking about how much we love my mom, just like, listen, here you Jezebel, I'm keeping a family together. Here's a fun Where's Waldo of what's wrong with this photo. So this is me and my little brother right before a wedding, and we remembered everything except for my little brother forgot one thing. Can you guess what it is? He went to a wedding in Crocs in leisure mode. Come on, man. It's a formal event. Put him in sport mode. Hold up. You thought that your now husband was a serial killer on meeting. You were like, well, I don't want to judge. But then he thought that you also had special needs? What did you guys bond over? Just being bad at assumptions? Oh, see, this could be fun. Fancy taking a flight to the UK next year? It's my best friend's wedding, where I will be the maid of honor, and it's likely that my Richard Noggin, ex, is gonna be the best man, so I need an attractive date. First off, thank you. Second off, would I travel across the world to be petty? I think I might. So I'm going to a wedding right now, and it's outdoors, which is good for COVID safety, but it's also raining and 43 degrees. And I'm not saying I'd rather be going to a divorce, but, you know, I'm way less expected to show up to that. So I'm at a wedding right now that's going on back there, but I found a horse and a Shetland pony, so I'll be here. All right, well, I'm at a wedding, and looks like I needed to get there, so I'm gonna alpaca my bags. Ah. To help with a marriage proposal. See how it went. So I got an email, the title was a long shot, and the guy wanted a video so that I could help him propose to his girlfriend. Here's what I did. Hey everybody, I go by Youth Pastor Ryan, and here's a love story. So this man is a legend named Chris. Chris has done some performances and some sideshows for Ripley's Believe It or Not. And man, will you not believe what he's asked me to help with. So Chris met a wonderful girl named Chelsea online, which is actually where I hang out and spend a lot of my time. Apparently Chelsea's a big fan of Disney, which I used to work for. And hopefully still embodied with the joy. And because of that, she may have found my account. Now, 2020's been a rough year, but that doesn't stop love. Through the bumps in the road, I've been able to provide some smiles, and that makes me the happiest guy in the land. But Chelsea, if you're watching this, I hope Chris is about to make you the happiest girl in the land. Because Chelsea, Chris loves you very much. And he's curious. Will you marry him? They've almost definitely stopped watching the video at this point, but I hope it's a happy, wholesome yes!
Woo! She said yes! So I have a very large pagan following, and I don't know why. I don't know what in the TikTok algorithm was like, pagans, they're gonna love Youth Pastor Ryan. But it's so sweet. And I know that a lot of people have had a lot of negative interactions with the church and with different things like that. And thanks so much for seeing my username and just giving me a chance to make you smile. That says a lot about you and a lot about your willingness to accept people, and it's just very sweet. So thanks for being you.
Oh my god, that makes sense. That's why I'm on Witch Talk. I probably said magic too much from working at Disney, and then TikTok was like, we know where to put him.
Yeah, I could do that. My name's Ryan. I used to be Spider-Man at Disneyland, and I still don't speak for the brand or the company. This is about one of the best little kids that I ever met. I was at work doing web swinging things, and this little kid comes up to me and goes, "Hi, my name's Trevor." And I go, "Sweet, Trevor, you want to swing on over here with me?" And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't go by Trevor." And it immediately hits me, this is about to be a great interaction. And so I go, "Well, what do you go by?" And he goes, "My superhero name." And I go, "What's your superhero name?" And he goes, "John Cena." And I lose it. And I respond in the only way I could figure out how to, which is just by going, "Dun, dun, dun, dun." And the best part about that is in that moment, we were both living our best superhero lives.
Disney World got attacked by criminals, and you were doing Spider-Man at the time. Would you have to save the day?
Sir, I just recently cried to a movie called Sergeant Stubby. It's an animated film based off the most decorated dog in World War I. He was the best boy. And then, as I was going upstairs to go to bed, I tripped and fell and injured myself. So the answer is, Ryan, would you take on armed criminals dressed as Spider-Man? No, because we don't want to kill that magic that way. You just watch Spider-Man take a weird right hook because he wasn't paying attention, because he's crying under the mask just thinking, what if I had the courage of Stubby?
So I'm going to take a different approach to this than most people would expect. Today might not be good. Today might be really, really hard. But it will make you stronger for the future. There is a better version of you waiting for you in the future. Go to that. Because you got this.